Hey guys, welcome back to Factorio. Now, in this episode, I really want to get the green circuits and green science automated. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to give myself the better armor now that we actually have this steel. I'm not going to worry about expansion because until we need new resources, there isn't really a purpose in expanding. So I'd rather just wait and not have to worry about biters or military stuff yet. Alright, let's go back down. Question is, where are we actually going to put this stuff? We're going to need both stone and copper, and we're probably going to need a lot of this. I'd really like to put it somewhere over here, but then I'd have to do some weird stuff. Which means I think I'm going to end up putting it down here. What I usually like to do, though, in my bases is have something like a mall on one side, and then, like, science on the other. I like to put science on one side. So, I don't know if I could put green circuits on this side, and then just put science on the side of the mall. But the problem is, once you have, like, science on that side, it's just, like, kind of weird. So, I'm not sure. But either way, let's clear out some of this stuff. So we do have a good amount of room right here. So I should probably just use it, and we'll have to worry about everything else later. I think I want just one belt of these. Hopefully it doesn't destroy our copper belt, but it might. So we may end up needing a second copper belt or something. Let's have a gap of 2 in here, and this will be the output line. Let's extend all of these to where our bricks are. Now, the design I'm going to go for this is going to be a pretty, like, bad design in a sense. It's going to be interesting. So the stone tablets, I don't know, because this is different than the normal recipes. Oh, another thing. We should probably automate assembling machines too, shouldn't we? Okay, first things first. Let me get one of these stupid chests that basically just sit here the whole game with the things that I don't want in them. I basically always end up with a chest like that. But we should automate assembling machines. I think I'll do it on this side. And then I'll bring up another copper lane. So this is pretty simple. We just need these engines. So at the very bottom, we need... I think everything can sort of be laid out this way. And, here we go. Get some power in here. And let's grab another belt of iron up here. So that will at least get these automated. At least reasonably well. And then this will have to go into these assembling machines, which need its own stuff. I think I'll do the same sort of trick with the gears that I did earlier in the last episode. Just seems like a decent way to... Does this even need iron? No. Just seems like a decent way to hide it in here. Now all I need is small electric motors. I think even similarly, I'll put its own gear on this side. This also needs iron. And then the hard part is I really like the 2 of these, but I don't think it really matters at the end of the day. Let's see, I need 1 of those, because see how long it's going to take to handcraft? These have to go down here, and they're going to have to go somewhere, so I'll just put them into a chest. Maybe here. Again, I don't care about having an upper limit because we're just going to need a ton of these. This. It's funny, I don't actually need this iron belt over here, but yeah. So now, it's not going to be a perfect ratio or anything, but it'll be up most of the time. And so this will just slowly be making them in the background. Whether it's perfect or not doesn't really matter. And we are going to need a handful of them. So I might actually just have to wait and pause a little. But once we have these green circuits, things are going to open up a lot for us. We also would really like to have... Oh, we need glass for that. Okay, so how do we make glass? We have to get sand. We just craft sand. Okay, so I think I'm going to work on getting just a little bit of glass being made, just so we have it. And what do we get it from? From rocks themselves, from stone. I'm loving... Having this made miners is so good. Alright, so let's improve our stone output a little. Okay, we're already running out of these. That's kind of good in a way. Because having those awkward ones out of the way will help. Basically, all of our stone's going to be on one side, though, which isn't great. So maybe I'll do something over here. And similarly, when these get joined, I want the priority to be... on the mixed side. Hopefully that doesn't lock up our machines too much. But now we should have at least a little bit of stone, and then I'm just going to throw something in here. I guess. This isn't really the best place for it. Maybe I'll put it down here so that it has access to the fuel. In fact, well, the problem is I need a filter inserter so that it wouldn't take the stone. I could just do something really spaghetti. I mean, that is in the name of the series, isn't it? Just something like this. Grab some fuel up here. Put this here. Let's put this over there instead. And now we can go forward. This can make sand, and then we'll eventually be making glass. And let's just dump this glass out into just a chest. Eventually we might need to automate more than this. I have no idea. But at least for some things, we're going to need this. For our lamps and for our electric labs. It's like sand is really easy to make. So if I was going to add something to a main belt, It'd either be the finished glass or it'd be the stone. We're probably gonna need stone anyway for certain sciences. Ooh, stone brick is running into the same problem we had with the copper. Although it's fine for now, so I'll just leave it. It's not really a big deal. Okay, now we should have a handful of assembling machines made. It's always good to just let the factories run and do other things that you need to have done. Okay, there we go. Might even need some more inserters. We're definitely gonna need more power poles. So the design for this, I have to sort of just, let's experiment with some stuff. I'm gonna use this one with the stone brick, and this is gonna need copper cable, but it's also going to need, it's also gonna need the stone tablets. And ideally, it's 2 of these are fed with 3 coppers, or it's the other way around. I think 3 of these are fed with 2 copper cables. That would be the ideal ratio, so I could have like a big path of stuff. I think what I'd prefer, especially since the stone tablets, in 1 second I make 8 of them. And in 1 second, each one takes 2, so that's like a 1 to 4. I think I'll have the middle belts. It would be something like this, where one side is the stone tablets and one side is the green circuit output. So if we were to start this, and then... yeah, it's gonna be really... it's not gonna be the best design, because I just want to keep it simpler. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever. This will be like a copper line. And then this will be copper circuits into green circuits, which will output and take from this. I could just use long inserters though, so I'll have one be output and one be stone. Which is fine. And then, even though this green assembler is going to be limited by the copper, but if I just make enough of them, it won't be a problem. I don't know. That's kind of annoying though, because we're just going to need so much more room here. So like, this could end up being very large going down. Whereas if I just did it like the correct way, with a 2 to 3, which you can kind of do even without a belt, right? Because you can just do this. You can just do this, so I think I will. And I'll still do the idea. So the problem is I need room relative to the water. So let's start it... a little bit further to the left side here, because we don't have landfill yet. So let's start it roughly here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the copper belt. We'd have something on this level, so this will be the first. And it would be like this. Copper will just run in. And the question is, how are we actually going to get the stone on here? So I need a little bit of room for the stone. Which, I mean, I can probably just do something like this. Like, I don't think it's going to actually need that many. I could even just, like, this should work. And then we just actually need, like, stone bricks being split between these. I'll leave room for power poles. And I imagine 4 will be enough, at least for the start of this. And these will almost certainly need to have fast inserters, which we need more of. And they are very slow to craft because we don't have green circuits, which we're trying to make. Perfect. Alright, so this. It's pretty simple, and then we can probably get it like that. And so that will fill up the belt. Like, that's actually crazy that that's almost a full belt's worth. I only need either 2 more of these or like 1 more, and it would actually be a full belt. And all I have to do is pull this back. Maybe I could try that. Because if it's that easy to get like a full belt of throughput, I should probably just plan to have a full belt from the beginning. Like this, and nope. Classic. Now let's see, if I eat this whole thing, that looks like a full belt of throughput to me. So that's at least close enough, even if it isn't exact. But I do think, just eyeballing it, it looks right. So that's good. Ooh, yeah, we're running into that problem again. So rather than expand the smelter, let's just add a belt balancer here. Did I do that wrong? No. Yep, flip that. The only problem with this is then this is the only like time in the game when you end up with an odd number of underground belts in your inventory, because it takes 3 to do it, but it's worth it. Because now we don't actually have to expand that furnace setup, we can just use the other half of the belt. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's this. It's either this or it's 3 to 2. I think it's got to be 3 to 2. What am I thinking? It's got to be like this. So we need something like that. Put a power pole right in the middle. Probably just mirror it. I mean, this one doesn't actually need all those, though. And then we can output there and grab the stone slabs like this. And hopefully it's not bottlenecked by that. It only needs 1, so it should be okay. And then we have to mirror this, so I think I'll just take it with 2 splitters. But now this should help us get to half of a belt. Yeah, look at that timing. That's like perfect. Finally. Now that's how we should be crafting these inserters. Way better. I don't even mind doing it by hand if it's that fast. And then similarly on this side, I built that not symmetrically. That's funny. Let's just, you know, fully spaghetti this. Alrighty. That's so funny. I love how that looks. And this time, we just have to reverse those. I'll mirror it properly. Here we go. Now we just need power poles. And there we go. And we should probably bring this out pretty far. I mean, one of these is barely going to do anything. So we're only making 4. So each of these takes half a second. So let's say we're making 8 a second. And we would need, what, 30 a second to do a full belt? Yeah, I don't know. It's too much math. Oh, I know how to fix it. Using spaghetti. Watch this. If it doesn't matter how long this is, if I reverse the direction of it. It's the same sort of thing I did with my smelters in one of my games. If we just spaghetti this over here... how do we actually get through here? Like this. Right, if we just spaghetti the output... then there we go. Now it doesn't matter how long it is. There we are. Now it will just go the other way, and then we have green circuits the whole side. So even if we decide to use green circuits up here, we could. Okay, how's our power doing? Perfect. Now we should be able... I mean, we technically... I'm not gonna lie, we were already able to make the green science packs, but I'm glad I did all this stuff in first, because making... like, handcrafting belts would slow us down so much. Do this, we're gonna need more undergrounds. I may as well top up on splitters while I'm here. Actually, a lot of inserters. So let's... now that we have these, let's just make a lot more while we still can. Assembling machines. I'll just carry 100. Miners, I don't really care. We're just not using them right now. But now this is a base. And then as we need more green, we can just expand left. So all we have to do is give it enough room. Which means I'd like to make the science labs up here. So let's just start clearing this out. And it is nice that we have our oil over here too. I think that's going to simplify things a lot. And we are cooking up glass up top, so I think I'll go check on that, and then we can convert these old science machines into electric ones. We can see the oil right there. It's literally just right over there. Okay, we do have a ton of extra stone on us. That's fine. Let's just dump the extra stone. We definitely could... we could expand the smelting setup. We might need to in a bit. Okay, that's nice. Now what we can do is... copper, that's what we're missing, because we have to make all of those intermediates. Speaking of copper, now that we're making these circuits, we're going to need a lot more of it. I don't think we'll need this whole thing, but having more of it is better than having less of it. And we have... all of the ingredients are automated or easy to make, so it's not a big deal anyway. But that's the nice thing about having this here. It's just super expandable. I think I will just fill out the whole thing while I'm here, because eventually we are going to need it. Dump all of that in there, dump this in there, good. And we still need to pick up more, which is funny. And you see immediately the copper miners actually just cannot keep up. So we should go expand that now. I don't want to make any green circuits, so that's good. Because we can just go pick them up. But yeah, we definitely want to expand this copper mining station. This is kind of stupid because of just... It has to be in order to mine all the stupid corners that generated. But we're just going to keep slowly drilling away. Add some here. And we still need more power poles. I hate making so many of these, but I wonder, did they make it so that the better ones take the old ones? Oh god, they take iron. Is there an alternate recipe that uses the wood ones? Oh boy. Maybe the wood ones can be converted into power, though. Because I think in the base game you can burn them. Or at least for some reason I think you can burn them. No. Then I'd probably be better off making the iron ones, wouldn't I? These might end up in a chest. That's okay. It happens. Okay, that will help. But what we really need is just like a secondary path. Not ideal, but whatever. Speaking of not ideal, these power poles are just like not laid out well. Oh, there it is. It works. And then similarly to before, we will have to do something like this, where the input priority is from the mix side. And I'll just combine them. And so hopefully, as long as these still are moving, that input should be fine. If this one backs up, that's fine. It's just so we have a full belt of output, which is actually a full belt of input, which means we'll just have tons more copper. Eventually, once the super slow belts bring all this in. I also really like the way that these dump things. Oftentimes with splitters, this right side or this left side it gets blocked by the other, but because this is passing at full throughput, so each of these is coming out at half time instead of full, and so it gives enough time for each side to fit in, which is nice. Okay. So that helps to fix our copper. That iron is still low, but that's just because it's a really small furnace setup. Now that's what I like to see. Let's just pick these up. We're gonna need tons of these anyway. We could get more. Sure, we'll do that. That's fine, and we can worry about other things later. But now that we have this, now that... Ooh, we still need... I'll just grab some iron. I want all of those to be electric. I think we'll need to craft a few more after, but... Uh-oh. That's a good sign. Oh boy, look at that. I was just up here too. So let's see. I mean, it's not really a surprise, given our pollution, but they're somewhere out there. Well, I guess it's time... Oh, I need stone to make those. Interesting. It's time to make some repair packs and some turrets, I guess. Let's craft a few of these. Let's pin it to here. And we are gonna need these. And so clearly they can attack from the void. Maybe we've just been very lucky. Alright, it's time to surround the entire base with these guys. So let's go pick up ammo. Let's hope that they don't attack too much while we're doing this, but... I think this also means we need radars. Alright, let's literally take the entire ammo chest. And let's just grab a ton of iron for turrets. I could automate them. I don't think it's really a big deal. They take 19 seconds raw. Oh boy. Maybe it's worth it. Yeah, let's just start placing these and get like 4 radars. I would really like this stuff to stay safe. And I don't think I can even afford to have 200 in each. Good thing is, I should be able to at least see it on the minimap. If that guy's over there, these can sort of just be here. It's a good start to our defense. That should help at least a little. But it's all about the pollution generating stuff. So all the smelters need protection. Do biters run faster on this pavement? I'd guess no, but I actually don't know. I assume they don't. Because they'd probably prefer dirt. If anything, it'd be kind of cool if they ran slower on it. But I don't think that really even needs to be a thing. We already have so many benefits as players. They're less likely to come from this side just because of all the water, but they still could. And let's pin these down here. I definitely need to protect the power, though. Yeah. Oh, and there was an attack at the bottom west. Did I say bottom west? That's funny. But the turret did defend it, so I'm glad I put that there then. Oh, it was this power pole that broke. Alright. So these are clearly going to be very important ones up here. They keep attacking this side. For now, I don't think I need any defense because these guns are just pretty strong, but in the future I'm going to. These aren't all destroyed. These are all destroyed. I didn't even realize. Okay, this is over here. Well, I didn't want to have to do this, but yeah, clearly my understanding of the game isn't perfect. But yeah, those chunks are definitely being generated with all this pollution. Let's defend our power generation. I have to defend that and this. And making turrets is slow. At least we have the cliff here as a bit of a natural defense, which is a benefit of cliffs. But I still don't really like the cliffs, even if it is helpful. Do we have radars? We do. This is probably a very good place to put them. because this is something I need an eye on anyway. So I'm going to put 4 of them right here, just so we can quickly see other chunks. But I will want at least 1 or 2 radars down there so I can actually see it on the map. I'd like to sort of just police this area for a bit. Hopefully the rest of this will be mostly safe. Ooh, that's kind of cutting it, but I'll have to adjust that. I'll probably move that one up. If I turn off the pollution, though, that top line's pretty defended. There's a cliff right there, so that's all defended, and we'll just have to go around. And then I do have to worry about down there, but right now, the pollution's pretty minor down there. Have to defend these radars and all of this. So I'm going to put these a little bit tighter up here. And you see why I've been using half a stack of ammo for all of these. Oh, yep. They just defended. So that is something we have to consider. It is funny, we're not even researching, but our pollution's so crazy just because of all the stuff we're building. Okay, minimap, let's see. That's pretty good. That makes me feel a lot better now. It's not going to be perfect. So let's go down. Let's go take a look at some of this stuff. I do want to fix that top left corner. So I said I want to move the other one up to get a bit closer. Probably something like this. Grab even more of those. I kind of do want to automate these, but... And I definitely want more radars. At least, like, 2 more. And you can see we're already generating new chunks very quickly with these. How's our power doing? Doing fine. How much are those radars using? A whole megawatt. I do want to protect this stuff because this is the farthest away from, like, everything. And I did just, like, start making it. Hopefully, if any biters come from the south, they'll attack these first before any of the main bus. If they come from straight west, though, which they have... then we'll need more defense. So I'll add a little bit more on this side, since this is clearly a place that needs to be defended. It might also make sense to just throw a turret in here just as a last resort to defend the ammo supply. I like the idea of that. And then it can just have ammo fed to it. Jeez, they took a lot of damage. I'm definitely going to need some military science. So I definitely want radars down here so I can expand this way as well. And I'll be able to watch on the map. So now we have to start being a little bit more careful. But we do have these green circuits. We do have some science. So we really need to just get to work on actually making science again. But while I'm waiting, craft a few more of these. What I might automate actually are just these engines and gears and stuff. That could be worth automating. And like I already sort of am, but let's just do that because those are intermediates for like everything. So by automating these, we'll be able to handcraft things faster. And I don't think we'll need a limit because these are going to be used in like most things. And then I could even do gears. But I don't think so, because gears are very quick to make. Yeah, whereas like these engines, these motors wouldn't be. Because you have to do all of that. Let's automate those as well. Guess I can throw that in over here. This looks like it has enough, which is funny, but that's probably just because it's all backed up. I'd rather not. I'll add another in here. And it's going to need a gear. But I just want these intermediate ingredients just made so I don't even have to make them anymore. Okay. That will help. I guess in all that time I could just automated turrets, but it's okay. Let's take a look. Are these damaged? Because I don't have any walls yet. I could probably make some, but the good thing is the cover overlaps at least a little. What we need is to continue research so that we can improve these things. Maybe in the future we should get walls made. I almost want to start automating them. We're going to need them. And it's not even hard to automate. This way, when I need them, I'll have them. Oh, even 2 of those is like bottlenecking it. Oh, even 3 of them. Definitely need to increase our stack and soldier size. It really feels like without this science, we're basically just floating in the water, you know? We're not really swimming. So we want to leave a little bit of room here. So I don't even know where to put this guy. We don't have the ammo to like fund more of these. So let's sort of keep these tightly knit together so they can defend each other. Just a gap here in between them. 10. Okay, it only fills to 10. That's good. Is this limited by anything, or is it just really slow? It's like just really slow. Okay, I'm gonna add a second one because we have the iron. And I will defend them because it seems kind of important. We can grab these intermediates. I should really set that recipe. Oh, it still needs so many gears. Ugh, do I really want to automate gears too? Now this is spaghetti. Look at that. Alright. And this is probably gonna have to go really high. So if I could just do something like this. I mean, how's that even look? There is a gap in between them. But I think this one can move. For like this for now. There's the biters. Some of them anyway. We don't have much defense on the east. Well, hopefully the biters will attack those first. They'd probably go for the power. These are just sort of like as backups. But we need science, so I need to be working on that. Let's leave plenty of room, and then let's just say start here. The ratio is something like 1 to 10 or whatever. let's just aim for like 2. So if let's make these the gears. Actually, what we can do is this could be the output, but it brings iron in. This can dump gears, and then it can have copper on the other side of the belt. Jeez. Now that I see where they actually are coming from, I'd love to actually just have more. I should probably just go kill them. I think I can. Famous last words. But I would also really like to have my science made. So let's have 2 of these making gears. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. That one's shift. And then I can have a copper coming on that side, but I also will need iron coming out. How did I build under there? I'm gonna prepare this for when I actually do attack those biters and stuff. Just having a path will be nice. And seeing how damaged this guy's gonna get. Let's just add a secondary. There is a big gap in between, and it is in their direction, but I think they usually prefer to attack military things like turrets and then things that cause pollution. So I think unless they happen to run across these belts, they probably wouldn't target them. Unless maybe they were like the only thing to target. Okay, let's grab copper off of this. And I'm just going to grab it. Yeah, here they come again. I'm going to grab it like this. Okay, yeah, having 2 of them is much better. But that's only going to get us so far. I mean, I can kind of choose how I'm going to power this. Usually I like to leave a gap for the better power poles. But whatever. But the big thing, this isn't actually that useful to us. What we need is the green science. Let's just do something like this. And what I can do is I can just dump all of this science I've been holding so it empties it out into the belts. And I want to swap, I don't know, every other one so that this will fill up both sides. I guess I kind of don't need to because I could just put the green science on the same belt. Yeah, I should probably put the green science on the same belt. So this will be decent, and I can probably make it twice as tall. but I think I'll wait on that. I need some green science first. So how was I automating inserters? It's just all of these things. Oh my goodness. And I have no concept of ratios for this thing. It takes 10 seconds though, so if I can just make like one inserter a second, that's a good start. Belts aren't as bad. Wow, this is gonna be really interesting when I'm actually trying to make an efficient base at like the end of the game. Well, let's just say I have green like this. Because what I could do, I mean, I could just hand feed these at least for a little while. How did I mess that up? And these just need an input belt full of these stuffs. And I'll have to pick up more inserters from the chest. And probably more belts. Yeah, we're gonna need a good amount. Grab this ammo too. And yeah, we are using our iron. But no attacks. And we haven't seen... Oh, there's even those down there. Okay. Yeah, our pollution's not great. Well, if I have one of these, that's 2 a second. So if I just make it so that... I mean, this whole thing... Oh, there is a little bit of copper, isn't there? Okay. So it's mostly iron. I don't... Am I really gonna do that? That would kind of work, though. I mean, at least the copper wire would. That's atrocious. I'm doing it. This is just wrong. But now we don't need a copper input. We can just run a line of iron, and we can probably just steal this line of iron. Okay, we just need... Oh, all of these things are so annoying. This is probably the simplest one to start with. Belts. All we're going to need is... Well, we probably need something like this, so the inserter's at the top. So let's do a belt maker here. And it should probably insert to the near side. This will also need iron. And... You know, I'll also switch this. I'm going to use the full belt for the copper wire. And then we need this. And then we're going to need gears. And this is gears. So now we'll have half of the ingredients. Next, we need to work on the... We need the inserters. So we'll need the small electric motors going into them. They also need gears. Looks like this could use another gear, so let's do that. So this one's gears, this one's these, and then this one is those. Let's pull it from here so I can just grab from both. Oh, the lovely sounds of music. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's nice. At least they're attacking that cluster, though. Still don't see the ones who attacked us up top. You know, this, all we need are these. Which will take, I don't know. This ratio is definitely going to be off. Well, let's say, I guess it has to look like this. Like this, using this trick. Probably condense this too. It is a really nice thing to just throw it across the belt. Oh, it's the other way. And now I just have to funnel everything in. Is that it? Yes. Thank goodness. Now we actually have green science. Now we actually have to power it without having everything get destroyed. So let's grab more ammo. That's barely any. Okay, that was defended, but they did attack the coal patch. It is a little weak. Well, I know what I'm researching first. Be researching these. How's our power? It's fine. And I want room for expansion for this. But I don't know, it doesn't look like we're going to actually hit the ratios because of how slow this is going to be. I might need 2 of these. It's limited by these guys. Which is just limited by how much copper it can pull in. Look at this monstrosity. Now that fixes it. So we're still limited by it. You'd probably need 2 of them or something. But hey, I automate them, so at least temporarily I can boost it. I mean, I could just... No, I'm not snaking across. That'd be horrible. And now it's limited by that, which makes sense. What? Ooh. Yeah, I don't I mean, I could also do this. That's probably faster. Yeah. Is this limited by gears? No. It's... Oh. How'd that happen? Okay. I'd really like to hook up the lab. The episode is running a little long. But, it's okay. I'd like to leave room. I really would. So, let's just make this taller. Hopefully, this will be plenty of room now. I'll just put the signs at the top here. I could do that weird design, though. I think I'll do that, where it's like feeding into one another. So let's just bring this belt up. And we should have plenty of room for future belts and stuff. And I'd also really like to include a path here. Something like this. Stone brick. That makes sense. I'll fill it out later. And this will just funnel everything down. But there we go. And this should hopefully not be that limited in terms of throughput because they have the buffer. There we go. We're actually researching. How's the sign? How's the electricity? That's what I'm asking. Let's pick up some stone bricks and then we can call it a day. And we'll also have to expand that furnace. That's funny. There's always something to do, and that's the whole point of the game. Alrighty. Well, in this episode we had a nice surprise visit from these biters, but we did get our green circuits going, which we ironically didn't need at all for the green science, but we do have green science. Oof, let's repair this. So in the next episode, I think we're going to do some warfare against these annoying biters because they're going to become more and more of a problem as time goes on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you in the next one.